POSITIVEKIDSONGS. Positive Kids Crew. POSITIVEKIDSONG.
Welcome back to the channel. My name is C. Lewis. In this episode, I will be taking you to my hometown, Biloxi, Mississippi. Some of you may be familiar with that name, Biloxi. It was devastated during Hurricane Katrina. You're still in the process of bouncing back. You still got a long way to go. But I'm taking you to the neighborhood because I want to get some feedback from parents about this new project that I'm working on. I want to find out what they think about the idea of creating something for their kids, using hip-hop music, but with positive messages for their children. It's always great to get feedback. When you come up with an idea to create something, don't just get locked and fixed in on what you believe people may want and that they may be looking for, because you never know what the market is really looking for. The best way to find that out is to go to the source, go to the streets, go to the people, and get feedback from them. So that's what we're doing today, going over the east side of Biloxi. Going to see if I can get an interview, speak with someone. Preferably I want to look for someone who looks like me, with kids, and get his opinion about the idea of creating something that could be positive and have moral messages for his kids, but using popular hip-hop music as the base of delivering those messages. You let your kids listen to the music only if it's radio versions, right?
Whatever music they prefer to listen to, JoJo CY, if they choose to listen to the Migos or whoever they listen to, I make sure it's radio version. So when I do hear them singing the song, they know not to say what they done said in the song.
Do you know that the messaging of the music is still the same even though the curse words are out?
Yes, sir.
You know that?
Yes, sir.
So if it's saying something other than Molly Percocet, but you know that the rest of that message is still there about popping or whatever, pills or whatever, right?
Yes, sir.
They're just the curse words are taken out of it for radio play.
Yes, sir.
Your honest opinion, do you think that's appropriate for your kids to be listened to, even if it's friendly, even if it's radio friendly versions?
No, sir.
You know. Had you ever thought about that?
Yes, sir.
You have thought about
Yes,
that?
sir.
And you still let them listen to the radio version?
Like I say, it all depending on what music they want to listen to. If they like it, they listen to it. I let them listen to it, but I make sure it's radio version. Far as future Molly Percocet, they may hear it. If they don't like how it sounds, they're not going to be into it.
Okay, but let me ask you this too. You allow them to make that decision for themselves.
Yes, sir.
What do you think do they fall in love with first? Is it the beat or is it the words?
From my understanding, it really is the beat, because truly they know the words, they know the music, but they don't know exactly what they're saying. So once they get the vibing of the beat, before the song can come on, they're
already hooked.
They already hooked to the beat. Like, I done heard this beat, I know this beat.
Okay, great point. Well, let me ask you this. If you think that you had something available for your kids that had hip-hop influences like the 808 drop and all that going on, the trap vibe in it, but it was talking about health and nutrition, 60 minutes of daily physical activity, be polite, be nice, anti-bullying messages, do you think that would be something that you would invest in for your kids to have in the household, to listen to and watch videos of that?
Preferably, I would, but if they're not into it, I don't make them do it.
Would you be interested into trying to give them an alternative by exposing them to something that maybe you ain't gonna get on Disney and you ain't gonna get on Nickelodeon?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like if we had a better, as far as like a better outreach or a better environment around here, it'd be a lot of kids probably more into that.
Right. So you saying they only basically loving what they've been exposed to?
Yes, sir.
So if they were exposed to that same music, but the messaging on the music was different, would that be something that you would say, I'll invest $10 or $20 and get that and put it in my house for their kids to play in the PlayStation or whatever, just to see how they think about it. Not that they know anything about it, but just to see how they rock to it. If they don't rock to it, okay, that's $10 or $20 I kind of like invested, find out that don't work for them.
Yes,
but would you be willing to do something like that?
Yes, sir.
Environment plays a lot in the way that we think, the way that we grow and develop as people. And when you're in an area where you see nothing but desolate, despair, lack,
you start to develop a sense of hopelessness. And you start to develop in a sense of not really caring. And I believe that the environment you grow up, the environment that you're placed in or you live in, it has a lot to do with your social-emotional development.
Ray Kroc was the founder of McDonald's. After he passed away, he left his inheritance to his wife. And after she passed away, she decided to donate a lot of money to different cities to build Kroc centers around the United States. Biloxi was one of those places that inherited that money. And they've built a facility right on the east side of Biloxi. But the thing about it is, you have to pay in order to go in and use the facility. The only other area for kids to get exercise and get out and move and play is a park. Now that park in the middle of the summertime can get as hot as 100 and feel like 118 degrees with humidity. The park doesn't get a lot of activity in the summertime. These are some of the things you run into when you go into a community and the community's needs are not being fully met. You have children who are sitting inside all day long playing with the electronic gadgets, which leads to health issues such as obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure. So it all ties in together with what I'm creating for children. I want to show you the disparity between having money to go into a state-of-the-art facility and work out in a controlled environment and not having enough money to be able to partake in a facility such as that and what you're left with. Please like and subscribe and keep continuing to follow the channel. That way when we create new videos, we post them, you'll be in the know. Till next time.